Finnegan. I'm on the licensing end of Stephen Arnold Music, and Whitney's part of the production team.
How long you been doing this work?
So the company's been around since the early 90s. Stephen Arnold was a composer, doing radio jingles and television packages back to the 70s and 80s. The company itself started in 93.
Yeah. So about 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah. So we primarily do big network music packages. Right now, something running from Montage for the Golf Channel, which is a big client of ours. And we do big network music packages, primarily. And we also have a licensing side of the business as far as production music, which is
where I come in. It's a catalog called The Vault, and it's production music. So Whitney was talking about custom music. Company has two sides to it, really three sides. Custom music, our production music library called The Vault, and then we write news music for about 200 news stations across the country.
Yeah, local affiliates, ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox will all have a local TV station in each which is the designated.
Right.
There's 250.
There's more. There's closer to 300. Yeah, so that's a lot.
So 1,200 stations that all need music, and most of them have a newscast, and that's really our bread and butter. Well, we use primarily software called Nuendo, which is Steinberg makes it. It's Cubase's kind of big brother. It's comparable to Pro Tools, although it's got a lot more, works with video a lot better. Pro Tools is industry standard as far as tracking and recording. Nuendo really works well. We track and record with it all the time. A lot of the editing we do, syncing the video, it works really well. We run that. We use a DM2000, which is a Yamaha digital console that front ends as the system controller. We've got all the preamps and everything, so nothing's actually running through the board. There's no audio gas, and it's just really to music.
Like I said, Whitney's more on the creative production side, so he's very well versed and talked about this. That's why I haven't said it.
But yeah, so we've got a full recording studio up in McKinney with 4 different editing suites, along with sales offices downstairs, and a nice kitchen, which is where Beata kind of sits sometimes, right around the corner there.
You can pan to Beata.
Yeah.
She's also on our team. That's Beata McKee.
So what you do?
I'm the sales and marketing coordinator, so I do the contracts and help coordinate everything on the sales and marketing side.
So you like your work?
I love it, yes. I work with some great people and a great company for sure. Top quality company.
Well,
Thanks.
We didn't really do commercial recording like that. We don't have artists necessarily that we work with, although we do have artists that we can represent what writes their music. Our big clients are CNN for years, ESPN.
Golf Channel.
There's usually music like this, but I turn it off from the thing.
But another part of that answer, Whitney, is we are the artists. Whitney's one of the artists. We're a staff of 12, and with the exception of Beata and I and 2 other people in sales and marketing, we're all artists.
So you make music for other people, for companies?
Correct. Networks, film, TV, and Vault comes in a lot for corporate videos. So yeah, there's a substantial part of corporate America that we
A
reach
lot of
out
stuff
to.
that you'll end up doing, I think, in the future as far as video editing and stuff. That's where our production is about.
You like what you do?
We love it. This is our 4th year here. This is one of the smaller conferences we do.
It's nice and local, and I think
Yes.
that's the reason we like it. It's a day, it doesn't take much for us to get here. We see a lot of local production companies and local clients that we don't get to see that often. So it's a chance to come out and kind of just have a good time with it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
James Miller. I'm with NewTek. I'm a sales engineer, and what we're showing today is the TriCaster 8000. It's one of our newer TriCasters that we've come out. It's actually the newest TriCaster that we came out with. It's the TriCaster 8000, by far the most robust system that we have. So we're just showing that, and we also have the new TriCaster 4800, which is our new instant replay system. Is extremely robust. We actually are an all-in-one solution. So we have pretty much everything that somebody would need to do to produce a live show, stream it. So we can, people can hook up cameras directly into the system. We can have internal media players for video, anything like that. We have graphics players for overlays. We can actually receive outside computers as sources into the TriCaster as well. And then basically you have the ability to mix all those sources. We also have virtual sets, so if somebody has a green screen or something like that, we actually have very enhanced virtual sets, so now you can actually have the feel of a very large studio, but you don't have to have the production price that you would typically have. So the system can be a little difficult to learn depending on which one you're starting at. We have entry-level systems that are easy to learn, you can learn in a few hours. But the nice thing about NewTek and TriCaster is we actually have online resources for training videos, demo videos, anything that you need to kind of get started. We go through A through Z on plugging the machine in to learning how to stream, learning how to do every feature that this system has. We have videos for it, and we also are coming out with the training program. So if somebody needed an actual person to come in and train them on the unit, we have that as well.
How long you been doing this work?
So I've actually been with NewTek a little over a year and a half now, but previous I worked at a local radio station here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I operated their TriCaster. So I've had a good amount of experience running live productions with this, but once again, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to really learn how the system operates.
You like what you do?
Oh, I absolutely love what I do. It's not a lot of people that actually get to graduate in a degree and use that degree for what they want to do in their real job, and actually I got to do that. And who wouldn't want to be able to use a system like this every day and demo it? You basically have I have the ability to be creative and do anything that I want to do.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
What's that?
Make sure you get all chocolate.
Ready?
Sure.
Go ahead.
My name's John Johns. I'm with NSYNC, and we're showing today our fiber optic system that we built for camcorders. It basically takes $8,000 camcorders and gives them a lot of the functionality of $20, $30, $40, $50,000 camcorder. What it is, it's a box that fits on the back of the camera. You can take the HD SDI out of the camera. It can do up to 3G. There's also a loop out, so you don't lose that output if you need it for a local monitor. From there, you can also add the paint box, like in the case of the Panasonic would be an RC10 or an EC4 paint box. Also support for Sony R&D 150, R&D 750 type paint boxes. There's a path for Kali that has relay closures and +5 volts and things like that can be programmed for special needs also. There's data paths that are not really fully implemented yet for pan, tilt, zoom, those kinds of things, but the architecture's there. We also have enough intercom for doing 2 stereo headsets. And there are 8 channels of what I call scratch audio that go back to the camera for either ISO recording, or they can also be used for IFBs. The unit also has Genlock, teleprompter feed, a return program feed, time code in and out, and you can also take the NTSC out of the camera with the menu displays back to your truck or engineering or switching studio. the beauty of it is it all runs down one core fiber. And right now we use single mode fiber with ST connectors. We're limited to a 20-kilometer run. It's electrically isolated, so you don't have any interference, any issues with hum or different power sources and those kind of things that typically cause problems.
You use the equipment yourself.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit unique, and I'm actually a freelance video engineer and also build and install systems. But I've also spent 30 years working in the field of production. So I kind of designed this item around where it had features that I need, and that's how I got started in it. Is that I couldn't find anything that could do what I wanted to do that was affordable, and it was enough of a price difference that it gave me the opportunity to start up and start building this thing. We've had them in the field for almost a year now, and had real good results with it. So we're kind of introducing them to the rest of the world right now.
How long it took you to do your work?
It was about 6 months from the first time I sat down at a table to work on it till I had a prototype out, and we've been making refinements from there. The units work beautifully. All the refinements now are just maybe tweaking some of the features and some of the casing and that kind of stuff. We're going to or it's being redesigned for give it a little bit more of a film look, like it came from Aeroflex or Panavision or Sakudo or something, instead of something that looked like it came from Grainger.
You like what you do?
Pardon?
What you do? You like what you do?
Yes, it's. I like what I do. It's been a good career for me. It's been pretty interesting. I've gotten to do a lot of things and go a lot of places that I never imagined when I was a kid.
How long would take somebody to learn how to use the equipment?
To use the fiber system, if you're used to hooking up cameras and CCUs or something, maybe 30 minutes to kind of familiarize yourself with the connectors and the devices.
How you use that with this equipment?
This is another version. This is for the HPX 200, HPX 255 is the newest version of that from Panasonic, and the HPX 255 will also work with this paint box, which is unique for that form factor camera. What we do here, and this is kind of a little bit in the prototype mode here, but we show how the fiber system would mount to a rig for the HPX 255 and give you the ability to use that in a live switch camera type scenario and have a lot of the features that you have with normal studio type cameras.
Thank you.
Still running around. All right. That would be my first